I'm gonna talk about really depths about foam application that I'm really love to talk about.
Let's get down to business.
Let's talk about it. So, I just want to quickly show how to use our foam. So this is our foam. And first of all, take everything off. And right here in the middle, it's coming off. So we're gonna put it back behind here.
This was something that I saw nail techs do around me, and I just did it automatically, and I didn't even know why I was doing it. I just knew it was important.
Yeah. So it's already pretty durable, this KUPA's form, but we wanna give it little more strength. And you wanna put it like either straight or sideways, but place it like straight. Make sure it. And take these off.
You guys can see too with her fingers how sticky these forms are. They're so sticky.
Yeah, it's pretty sticky,
Yeah.
and I love it. It's like a good sticky.
Yes, don't worry, it's not gonna like transfer.
It's not gonna, yeah. And then if you wanna do like an extreme length, like mie length.
Mie length.
You
Hashtag
can
mie
use
length.
just as it is. And if you're doing like regular lengths, you can easily just tear off this part.
And look how easily that tears off.
Yeah. And then I always do this hands motion.
Make
and then
almost
make
like
a
a U.
C curve here. Yes.
I feel like C curve is more.
Yes, C curve.
A C curve.
So
I promise
use
I'm a
my
professional.
index finger here. So place this part, and this four corner, and then hold index finger and thumb. You guys can do it in your own way, but this is the easiest way that I figured out my career. So 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is the easiest way for me. So if you want to copy, just do it my way, but you can always change it to your way. So hold it like this, make a C curve, and go underneath the nails. So left first. This part you can go right first or left first, but I go left. So click underneath the nail right here, the side corner, stress point, and then go other side. And up. Can you turn?
Whatever you
yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah. So I wanna talk about like when I click the side wall, my foam is still tilting downwards. And you go pick it up that way. From the top, like it's kind of hard to see, but side, and go up. So pull this part of the foam up. At the same time, foam is going to her C curve. Her C curve is perfectly matched to our foam C curve, so I don't have to cut it in here.
What would you do if someone had like a lot of like skin or something like that underneath?
So probably your C curve is like much too.
I don't have pretty hands, but I have a good C curve. I can at least say that. Why do you guys think I'm wearing huge obnoxious sleeves today? I don't have pretty hands like Mia does.
But nail always makes our hands cute. That's why we are
there
nails.
you go.
So if someone's C curve is curvier and deeper than Jess's, we're gonna cut in right here. And then this is KUPA's.
You literally read my mind. I was about to be like, available on our website and on our app are these scissors.
Yeah, so why this scissor is good? Because this tip part is curving. So especially when we cut this curved part in a form, it's really useful. Because if this brace is straight, you're gonna cut like a square way.
And we have all been there where we're using a straight blade by accident.
So
and it's, yeah.
We like, you know, so for some use we need a straight blade sometime, but for this use I love to use this curvy little scissors from KUPA.
Well, because it does the work for you, I feel like too, and you don't, you know.
So then you can customize the C curve depending on the client. And then this part I normally talk about it, but next part is gonna go even deeper. So we placed the foam here and here. put it up. And next thing you do is place your thumb here. So make sure the foam is stick on the finger. And take off the index finger as you do, holding this part of foam on the finger. And then we're gonna close the tab here. But when you close the tab, you wanna close it perfectly, which means stick this tab perfectly on top of the bottom one. And second part, same thing.
This is absolutely one of those work smarter, not harder situations, because if you take the time to do everything very neat and very clean and really take your time, it's really, you know, we always like to compare it to when people build a house and they put the beams in first. Everything has to be so streamlined, because then when you end up building your house, which is your acrylic nail, if it's not all straight and streamlined, then you just completely, you created so much more work for yourself afterwards.
And also practice is important thing. Like practice, practice, practice. So next thing comes in is our dolly.
Dolly!
Hi everyone. This is actually from KUPA, and then it has a clamps, so you can clamp in on top of any desk or any surfaces. And then I love to practice on dolly, but some people have hard time to practice on her. And one of the things I can recommend is, so this is already foams on her.
She's such a good client. She came with forms already on her fingers.
Yes. So not only close the back tab here. So right now, this one is extreme length type of form situation. So she has 3 tabs to close. And also, I would recommend to close the top tab. Then, it's actually harder to move, but
because these are so strong.
Yeah, but like a dolly's finger is silicone, so if you don't close here, it's gonna slide and then difficult to do other work after.
So when you have silicone clients, remember, always close the top.
Close the top, or like a someone who's easily to sweat.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. I feel like I was making light of that, but that's actually a really good point. Like,
Yeah.
always make sure that you do that.
And one more tips, like I didn't realize when I just started, is you want to make sure the client wash the hand and then even use the sanitizer. We have a great sanitizer from KUPA.
I was just looking for it. I was like, I wish I grabbed it.
Yeah. So like we have a sanitizer, and then so the reason why you want to do it is for sanitation reason, plus the foam is gonna stick really well. If she or your clients put the lotion before she comes in or he comes in, or oils, this foam is not gonna stick really well as it should be.
Yeah. It's really nice. You guys can get our sanitizer in actually 2 sizes, which is awesome. You can get a little pocket one, which is good for, like, for example, I travel, I'm mobile, so I could, in theory, just throw it in my kit and go, but keep it in your purse or your bag or something like that, because it smells really nice. And then you can keep the bigger one at your desk.
Yeah, and then make sure you sanitize your hand first and then your client hand.
Yeah.
And next thing I want to talk about is, so when I place the foam like this, I always tilt client's hands towards me. I don't know which camera is on right now, but let's see, like towards me in this way. And then what I'm looking at is this way or sideways. What I'm looking at is,
we have visual aids this week.
yeah, so today I want to show you like this. I hope everyone can see this. So this black line I draw is a straight line towards the finger. And this red line I draw was the straight line, the foam straight line. So these 2 lines need to be perfectly matched. Other example is, this is foam red, these 2 lines need to be perfect match, and plus it need to be parallel. So this red line is parallel and then straight together, but actually this finger right here, it's a differences. So if we're gonna keep using this form to apply the acrylics or any enhancement over, this finger looks crooked or sideways. So one other thing I always want to talk about is even Dolly, her finger is really straight, but this nail tips doesn't come as perfect shape. So if you only see the nail center part and then place the form, it doesn't make it straight towards the finger. So instead of looking at focusing on which part is the center part of the nails, you want to expand your vision and then look at what is just straight to the finger. Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
So far?
I love that you have visual aids this time.
And next example, this red line, the form straight going to, it's parallel, but it's like if we only see the form, it's parallel and perfect, but it doesn't match to the finger at all. So this is not a good example either. And I've seen this a lot of times. So when I see the final result of nail design, I can see if it's a sculpture, I can see what this person's habit or where her or his form was towards for. So some people has a tendency to place the form slightly right way or slightly left way, and at the result, the acrylic sculpture itself, if you only look at the enhancement, it looks good because everything is forming and straight and parallel. But when you take a look, whole hands, it doesn't straight anymore.
I think that's a big thing that people, especially when they're starting out doing forms, need to just really keep in mind is the bigger picture. Because I think if you look so central, you're so right. Like, you're like, yeah, the forms look great. The enhancements, everything looks great. But it's like, how does the hand look as a whole?
So most of the people's finger or C curve, when you look at closely, it's not perfect curve or perfect straight. And then that's okay. Like, I can show you my finger. It's not even straight at all.
We've all got crooked fingers, I can just show.
But because of that, we can make it look like straighter and then more beautiful by making nails straight. So this example is the straight and then matching the nail finger straight line and then the form straight line. So this is what you want to looking for, and this is what you want to practice. And also, when you want to practice that straight line, what do I use in real life when I was practicing is Sharpie and ruler. Ruler?
Yeah.
Ruler? I was like, LOL. So, on Dolly, you're gonna draw a straight line here. Because, I mean, you can even draw a straight line on the human natural nails if it's yourself or if you already asked to your client or model.
That's, I think, a really big thing that I feel like so many people are like, well, I don't want to ask. Have your friends come in, dude. Practice on your
mom,
friends.
your sister.
Yeah, like get all of your girlfriends or even guy friends that are just like, can I please just practice acrylics on you? And
if you can't have anybody, Dolly.
Dolly's always there for you.
This is your friend. And I put the middle center line, and then I'm literally gonna put my ruler here. And then see if my form is straight for the finger and nail straight line, and then the form straight line. You want to check it. Like, this is how I practiced how to see. And then I even gonna pull out real human hands and then draw a line in the middle and then use a ruler like this. And one thing I want to let you guys know that like when we close the hands like this and then open the hand like this, our straight line changed. So I prefer this way because we normally, when we show the hands or normally this, and it, because I used to measure my form and a straight line like this when I'm doing my own nails. And then I realized it's actually, when I open my hands, that straight line is totally different. So
That's so funny. I remember like anytime I would do like any type of like hand paint, like I draw a lot of like cartoons and stuff on people, and I'll be like, well, which way do you want them to face? And they go, I don't know. And it's like, well, which way are you going to show people your hands?
Or
are you
like,
going to
do you
show them
wanna
this
see?
way? Or yeah, do you want to look at them? Or it's like, you know.
yeah, it's personal preference.
Exactly.
And then you can try both way.
Yeah.
Because even my hand, right hand and left hand, my finger goes different way.
Yeah. That's so funny.
And next thing I want to talk about is...
People are loving these tips, by the way.
Is it fun? Is this fun?
Yeah, I think is this fun? Are you guys okay? Are you guys having a good time? I feel like it's so important because there are things where we're like, this is how you do this glitter ombre. Isn't it so fun? It's like, yeah, it's great, but how do I put a form on? You know, that people are like, this is well and good, but I don't know how to do that. It's like, okay, we got you. Don't even worry. VA's got you. We'll show you how to put that form on.
Yeah, like when I started talking about these, like I can go deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
And this is how much I wanted to go deeper for
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah. And so you're like, okay, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're dedicating a day to it.
Yes. And another line you need to look at is from the side way. Not only the top, you need to make sure the side line. And which side line you need to look for is, let me show you the... So what you are looking at is straight line from finger, that cuticle line right here, and then not the top of the form. I don't know how to zoom it.
There you go.
Not the top of the foam line, but here, the side line, the acrylics side edge.
Like where the bottom of the nail would be, kind of?
Mm-hmm. So if I show my nails, you don't see right the top of here, but you need to see that bottom line
So
here.
straight.
So I'm gonna show you not good example here. So this black line is finger and cuticle line and the nail, that's straight. But this form is going down way. And if you apply the acrylics on top of this form, the nail is gonna go down. And also, when you go down, but like you're gonna try so hard to make it straight, then the nail's just gonna be thick.
We've all been there. And me, I have been there, and it is not fun.
So this is really actually easily make this mistake.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to notice actually. And then the other way is, obviously, when you place the form towards the upward. Can you guys see? I have to do a little lace here. So this black line is again the finger straight, and then this right here, cuticle part, and then the nail bed, bottom of the nail line, nail bed, and then go straight. But the foam side line here is going up. I made it this really exaggerated way because it's easy to see.
Mm-hmm.
But when this happens, obviously nail's gonna go up. And sometimes you don't see it if you only build the nail like this length.
Yeah.
But you're gonna make it thinner tips than it should be.
And then that'll probably lead to more breakage, right?
Yeah. So every mistake is gonna leading to either lifting or sidewall breakage.
Mm-hmm.
So when you apply the foam in in a proper way. So this is the proper way.
I'm just like listening to your nails clack on the screen.
Yeah. So proper way is the side line here. And then the form, the side line here is perfectly match and straight. So these two is what? Form anatomical proper way of application.
Love it.
So right now it looks like it's gonna take a long time to apply the 10 finger, but believe me, if you practice and practice and practice, at the end of I don't know how long, but you're just gonna get it. Like,
That's such a good point. It's like people are probably like, okay, Mia, I don't have 3 hours to scientifically match, draw Sharpie lines, do a ruler. It's like, this is where you practice. This is why you get Dolly.
So
and you practice.
Practice as if that's the real game.
Exactly. Because then it becomes second nature to you.
Yeah, so when you do a game, or our case, like nail client, nail services, you just have to do as your practice.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything more than that.
No, don't stress yourself out. Just do it the same way you practice.
Get it perfectly.
Practice makes perfect, literally.
You know, even me, like, I still make a mistake, but like I always try my best. And then in the real life, in a salon, I get it. Like, sometimes you only have hour and a half, and then you have to scalp and this and that.
And you're hungry, and it's hot in there, or it's cold, and your monomer's not set, or you're being weird, and it's your client's being mean, and it's just, we get it.
But that's why we have to practice.
Yes.
So when you get this, like, literally, use up all of it for practice.
And you know what? You know how to get a free one. You enter by clicking the link.
Yes.
But or you can get 25% off. It's MM20, and they're great. Cause this is, you guys, this is like a fat stack of forms. There's 300.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna do the math, but you're gonna get a lot of sets out of these.
Yeah. So you can do 30 sets, but for practice, I recommend you to reuse them. Especially on dolly, like you don't have to throw them on. Like,
no, Stay Proud doesn't care about dollies.
Yeah, keep practicing with using same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't like to really wasting them.
I know, exactly. Waste not, want
but
not.
practice is not waste.
No.
Like literally, like it's the only way you get better.
Yeah. It's so funny. Rhonda just said thank you for sharing, and she brought up a really good point. She said she started doing repairs. And I think that's a really great thing, because even if you work in a salon where you're really, really close with your coworkers, and they can just be like, oh, hey, can you repair my nail for me? Or something like that. That's something when I worked with Patricia in the salon, she would randomly be like, can you do this one nail for me? And it's like, oh yeah, of course, like I could do that. When you're not, if you feel like, oh, I can't really do a full set yet, I'm not really sure, it's like, just practice with repairs even. Or your own. That's the biggest thing, is just do your own nails.
First step is practice on dolly. Second step is practice on yourself. And third step is practice on your coworker, friends, your family.
Get a buddy.
And then go to clients.
Yeah.
So you, at the point, you feel
you'll be a
confident.
boss at that point.
Let me know if you guys really like the geeky knowledge about like one thing, because I can deepen down like almost everything.
Yay! Sounds good. Cool. See you later, guys.
Bye. See you next week.